Welcome back to today's session where we do a deep dive into Databricks Delta Lake, a powerful storage layer that brings reliability, scalability, and asset transactions to your data lakes. By the end of this video, you will not only understand what are Delta Lakes, but will also understand how to create, read, write, access historical versions using time travel, and also handle the data using schema evolution. So what is Delta Lake? So Delta Lake is an open source storage layer on top of your data lake that provides us following properties. 1. It guarantees asset transactions on your data. Second, it is scalable in handling the metadata within your data lake. It provides you a unified way of handling batch and streaming data. It provides you time travel. Time travel means querying the older versions of the data so that you can go back in time and check what is the state of the table like. And lastly, it also supports schema evolution so that whatever changes are happening in the schema, in the source data, how to handle that particular changes is what is known as schema evolution. So in short, it is the best of both data lake and data warehouse worlds. Now Delta Lake is a specific format of data that provides you these particular properties, and Delta Table is the table that basically adheres to this particular format. So Delta Table is a data structure and Delta Lake is a specific data format. Now what does that format look like? So inside the Delta Table, what happens is you have underlying data which is similar to the Parquet format. In fact, it is a Parquet format only. So the data is stored in the form of Parquet files, and it also maintains something called as a delta log, which is sometimes also referred to as transaction log. So this transaction log contains the metadata information, timestamp, operations and other information stored in the form of transaction log files. So whenever you ask for a latest data, it will replay all the data from the beginning till the end. And if you ask of data at a specific timestamp or a specific version, the Delta Lake goes to the specific version of the data at that point of time, which means it goes to the transaction at that specified time or version, gets the data from there and shows it to the user. So that's how it maintains the transaction log and the versioning / timestamp. Now let's take a look at some of the demo examples using Delta Table. So we log into our Databricks Community Edition, click New Notebook. Once you do that, you will get a notebook with an untitled name there. So let's rename this to Delta Table Demo. Make sure that the default language for the notebook is Python, and then we'll have to connect to our cluster, compute cluster. So whatever default cluster they provide, let's connect it to that. It takes some time to connect. Okay, so it's connected to the cluster. Now we will have to import the relevant libraries. Now Delta Lake is already pre-installed in Databricks, but we'll have to import the relevant libraries for Delta Lake and PySpark. Let's run this. Okay, so everything run properly. Now let's add a new cell which will be containing our sample data. So we have a sample employee data here. So let's first reorganize this comment section into a separate cell of its own. So I'm adding a new markdown cell there. So that's markdown, and now I'll paste the comment there. Okay. Okay, I think let's make it a little bit bold, so we need that hash symbol there. Okay, so all set now. Create sample employee data. So this is our employee data, John Doe, name, ID, department, salary and date. Okay, so now once we have the data ready, now we'll have to define the schema for this data. So we define the schema using something called as struct. So let me show you that. So we have something called a struct type and struct field, where we define the name of the field, the data type of that field, and the value true or false. So this is what I have defined here: schema, struct type, so ID, name, department, salary, and hire date. Now let's run all those cells. All good so far. Now we will need to create a data frame in order to create a delta table. So let's first create a data frame. So a new Python cell. So I'll say spark.create data frame with that data and schema, and I'll say show. So here is our sample data frame created. Okay. So these are all the 5 records that we had given in the sample data. So first we imported the library, we created a sample data, we created a schema, and then we created a data frame. Now we will write this data frame into a delta table. So let's do that now. Now I will add a new cell, say new code cell, and now I will write the data using, so first I'll define a delta table path. I will do a df.write format. The format has to be delta, mode has to be overwrite, and the method is save. Then we save this data to the path that we have defined earlier, and then we give a print statement that data is successfully written. Let's run this. Okay, so we get an error here that the dbfs root is disabled because access is denied to this particular path. So looks like in the community edition we have this problem about writing to that specific path. So let's convert this into a manage table. So I'm changing the code a bit here. So I'm disabling the path and I'm making use of the manage table. So instead of the save method, I'll say save as table and provide the delta table name. Now let's run this. Hopefully this should work. Okay. Yeah, it has ran properly, and now we need a way to read the data from this delta table. So let's do that. Read data from delta table using managed example. Okay, managed table example. So done. Add a new code cell, and then I will use spark.read table to read from the delta table. Now our delta table name is employees delta. So I'll say read.show. Run the cell. Yep. So it has ran successfully. Okay. If I see the query details, I can see that the statement is show, and time, duration, and rows read was 5. So in the sample data we had 5 records. So that is what the 5 records are seen in the query details. Now let's do the reading with the help of a SQL statement. So read the delta table in a SQL way. Okay, done. Now add a code cell and make sure that this is a SQL. So %SQL is a magic command that I have used here. Select star from the delta table name. Our delta table name is employees delta. So let's change that. Okay, all good. Now let's run this. Yeah, so it has come back with the results of all those 5 records to us. Okay, we can see all those 5 records on the screen. You can compare with the old result here. Okay, let's take the example of insert a record into delta table. So insert records into delta table, new code cell. I have a new data with the record 6 and 7. I have created a new data frame and said create data frame. So let's run this. So it's successful. The new data frame is created. Now we do a df.write format delta, mode will be append, and then save. Now instead of save, we'll copy the syntax from before like earlier. So going up, here it is, save as table and the manage table name. So copy this and paste it in place of save. Okay, yeah, and now let's run this. Okay, so that is successful. Now we can check the select query again. Now we have 5 records, we should see 2 additional records here. Yeah, we see 2 records here, 6 and 7 with the respective values there. Okay, so 2 records were successfully inserted. Now let's take a look at the example where we can do time travel and versioning of the old records in the table. So I'll add the code where we'll first have to check that the history of the table. So describe history and the table name employees delta. We'll run this. Okay, so there is a syntax error here. So describe history, invalid syntax. Okay, so let's take the help of diagnose error, the coding assistant. So what is it saying here is you are running a SQL command in a Python cell. Okay, so now let's change the language to SQL. Yeah, and run it. Hopefully now it will run. Yep, looks like it is successful now. And we can see 2 versions of that particular table, version 0, version 1. The timestamp is there, the respective operation is there. This is known as the transaction log. Okay, now let's take a look at the status, change the language to SQL. Now let's take a look at the version 0. So select star from the delta table name employees delta as of version 0. Okay, it looks like there is some problem with the syntax. Let me try version as of 0. Okay, let's try this. So now at version 0 we had only 5 records. So let's check that. Yeah, these were the 5 records at version 0. So we should get 5 records as the output. So we'll run this. Yeah, so we have got the 5 records that we were talking about. So version 0 was having only 5 records. Now let's take a look at another example using timestamp. So you can also do time travel using timestamp. So I will mention the language is SQL. I will go to the history, expand this column timestamp and pick the timestamp for version 0. So copy this and change the syntax to timestamp as of the pasted value. Okay, now let's run this. Okay, again there is a syntax error with respect to this. So let's take the help of the coding assistant, diagnose error. Yeah, so what it is saying is you have a timestamp field there which should be enclosed in a single quotes. So let's make that change. I have added the single quote. I have changed the value to 48 so that we can see it a little bit ahead. That's why. So run this. We should see the same 5 records we saw earlier. Yeah. So we have received the 5 records same as what we got with the version query also. Now let's take a look at another example where we will see how schema evolution is done using delta table in Databricks. So schema evolution example, I will change the language to Python. So Python here, okay, and I will create a new column called email, okay, and a new record. So evolve data is the new sample record. We had records till ID number 7, I think. Yeah, so we had IDs till 7. So let's call this as ID 8, and you can see that there is a new email column that I have added. The evolved schema has also been modified to include that new email, and we will create a data frame now. So run it. Okay, all good. Now we will write that data frame into the table. Now make sure that the option here is merge schema. So format is delta, mode is append, option is merge schema. We'll copy the syntax for saving as table from above. So this is our save as table and delta table name. So we will paste it at the save location here. Okay. So merge schema, append delta and table name. Okay. And we'll print this. So we'll also change this value here to employees delta. Okay, looks like there is some problem. So let's deal with that a little bit later. So I'm removing this. Okay, let's try. Oh yeah, so it has suggested the auto suggestion from the coding assistant. So let's accept the default and run the cell. Perfect. So this cell has run and we can see that the query details are there. Now we'll just run the SQL command again. So new SQL cell, select star from employees delta. Now we should be able to see that one additional record with one additional column. Yeah, so we see a new record there with ID 8 and there is an equivalent email section column there and the other columns for other record is null.